Hello, everyone. We here at the Chorus Effect Podcast would just like to take a couple minutes at the beginning of this episode to say a couple things about the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. The Delta variant is currently sweeping through the nation, and shit's kind of reverting back to how it was. Multiple areas are going back into the red zone, including here in Western New York. A lot of mask mandates are reappearing. So we would just like to urge everyone listening to please stay safe, follow the guidelines the CDC has placed, just be smart about it. Please, if you haven't already, please get the vaccine. I understand that there are people who have reservations about it. I can assure you, and maybe you don't want to take the word of some 22-year-old communication degree holding undergrad. I don't know what you'd call me. Undergrad, sure. The point is, I can assure you that the vaccines are safe. Maybe they're not 100%, but they are safe. And getting it not only keeps you protected, but the people around you protected from the coronavirus. We cannot go back to normal until this goes away, until we achieve, at the very least, herd immunity. And we can't get there unless more people start getting the vaccine. So, for the sake of you and the rest of the people around you, please get the vaccine.
How's it going?
Hell yeah. All right. And with that,
hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 6 of the Chorus Effect Podcast.
Can you believe it?
It's been 3 months since we started this.
Wait, what?
3 months.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, late May. Yeah.
It's August.
It is. We are halfway through August as we're recording this. Yeah.
All right, well, didn't really think about it like that.
We're nearing the end of the summer.
Oh no, back to school. Oh wait.
Oh fuck.
Oh wait. It sucks for you guys.
Yeah. Fuck you guys. We got degrees.
Yeah, and I work at the mall. It's fine.
Who cares? Money is money. In
Money
all
will be
contexts.
Oh, what?
What
is that?
I didn't say anything.
What does that mean?
You'll never find. No one can stop me.
All right, well.
I have multiple offshore bank accounts. Huh?
I'm murdered.
We can't always go back to that.
But it's so funny.
This is the third episode you have referenced the Goofy video.
Really?
Yeah. Alright.
I've gotten better at it, though. I had to do it.
Yeah. Well, funny you mentioned working at the mall. My first topic, my new job. As I mentioned in the previous episode, I left Target, and the job that I went to, I have already quit, and I've gotten a new job. The in-between job,
Fuck that place.
Fuck that place, yeah. I worked at a hotel for a little bit, and just a lot of... A shitty job can be okay if all the people around you, including management, are really cool.
Oh, yeah. That's the only reason I stayed for a long time at Old Navy.
Mm-hmm.
Because the job fucking sucked.
Exactly. But if the job sucks and your management's terrible...
Yeah, there's no reason for you to be there.
Exactly. Start looking.
Out. I'm so sorry. Continue.
So, 2 days in a row, I got yelled at a total of 3 times for... I know it's easy to say this and everyone's like, yeah, sure, whatever, but I was just doing my job. I was following the checklist I was given, and I got yelled at for following said checklist. And when I went to go do the job I was yelled at to do, the job was already done because I had already done it an hour prior and nothing had changed. So after checking on that, I went on my meal. I got home, and my mom had just finished cooking lunch. And she was in the kitchen, and I took my shoes off, and I looked at her, and I said, Mom, would you be terribly upset with me if I just didn't go back? She was like, of course not. I'm like, all right, then I quit. Bet, all right. And I quit. Pops wasn't too happy about it, but After,
You got that rebound though.
Oh my god, yeah. This new job kicks ass. I will not. Again, I'm not going to name the name of my company. I do not want to associate myself or the things I say with my place of work. But just know, essentially, I work in a warehouse. Full-time job, weekends off. After 90 days, I get access to like paid holidays, benefits, paid time off, all that fun
adult stuff.
Adult job stuff. That's what I'm talking
Woo!
about.
Benefits.
It's it's not the career I want. Everyone keeps saying like, oh, like this place is great for like moving up in the ranks, or like, oh,
like
it's
long term stuff.
Yeah, but it's like I don't like. I'm happy like just being on like the base level.
Yeah.
And getting a good enough paycheck. I just need enough money to fund what I want to do. My more creative projects. And hopefully soon, I got some new stuff today, some new lighting equipment.
Oh.
Hopefully soon, if your boy can just finish a goddamn script, then things are moving along. But that being said, I visited Target today, actually, and everyone's leaving.
Is that funny?
Yeah, but it's like, why? Because I had only...
It's a domino effect.
I guess.
That happened at Old Navy after I left.
Is saying that, though, like, making us sound, like, more important than we are, though?
No, I think maybe it's just we were both people at our jobs that were there for a very long time and, had a lot of responsibilities, and then maybe when other coworkers see that you finally had enough, they're like, well, hey, I'm kind of done with this shit, too.
Yeah.
And if they can leave, then I can leave. That's how I imagine it.
It's a good point. My only two reasons for going... I mean, I've told you this a lot.
Yeah.
But my only two reasons for leaving Target were simply I wanted more money.
Right. And
I wanted to get away from a certain individual.
Bitch.
Yeah. When I went to Target today, my buddy Zach, Target recently announced that they're paying for like college tuition.
What?
But the asterisk on that is it's only for fields that relate to a future with Target. So like business fields, stuff like that. Yeah, it's a giant asterisk. So, but Zach said he might be going for something kind of in that area. So just today, and probably the time this comes out, he will have made a decision. But he was like, I'm going to see if Target will pay, if what I'm going for falls in that bracket. If it doesn't, I'm putting in my 2 weeks. So,
valid.
Yeah. So I said, you should come to my place of work because my place of work has referral bonuses. The family member of mine that referred me to this job, he will be receiving, if I stay at this job for 90 days,
right,
he'll be receiving $1,500.
Oh, wow. That's way more than I thought that it would be.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't have an exact number, but I will be receiving a bonus. I don't know how much. I'm assuming it's at least 500.
That's where my brain automatically went to, 500.
When my mom used to work at this company, and when she worked there like a decade ago, it was 500. Like the person who did the referring got 500. So when she heard that it was 1,500, she was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
So excited for that. That's just in time for Christmas shopping.
Christmas.
We're nearing it.
Well, we're near your birthday, first of all.
Ooh, that's right.
There's too many fucking people in my life with birthdays next month.
Yeah, and funny enough, like, don't me and your brother like a day apart?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It goes Gina, you, my brother. 19,
what about your nephew?
He's the 26th.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
My birthday is September 20th, by the way. So.
My brother's just, do you remember 21st night, September? Yeah, he's got that whole song dedicated to him.
I listened to that song the day at work.
It's a slap.
It will never die.
It won't.
I don't know how you can be in a bad mood if that song's playing.
You hear the dun 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 dun, and you're like, well, shit. Nothing matters anymore.
I guess I'm not mourning Grandma after all.
Yo, who's DJing this funeral?
It's just someone's ringtone. Everyone goes off.
The casket's going in, someone gets a phone call. They're like, oh shit.
Oh, what was that one video Niaga showed me that years ago? It's
Well, I don't know what it is.
It's they're dancing like this. You guys can't see it. I'm not going to show you that. But they're dancing like this, and then like everyone at the funeral starts doing this move, and then the guy rises out of the casket, eyes still closed, and he's going.
I'm gonna have to do a YouTube search for this.
I can't.
Dancing at funeral.
Okay, you're gonna get like 1 million results for that. That's not it.
Okay.
That's a meme though, but that's not it. You think if I texted Niaga right now, he'd remember a video from like 4 years ago? Probably.
I'm gonna fucking disown you.
She's on the table.
Get.
But yeah, I just got a new job, and like I said, I just needed to fund my more creative projects. And again, I don't want to do the thing because there's a psychological thing where like if you say I'm working on something, like get ready for it, and like it gives you the endorphins that you would receive from actually doing it and releasing it. Like if people like praise you for like being like, oh yeah, that's awesome, can't wait to see it.
Well,
I am working on some what I would consider fun stuff. So
I envy that.
Yeah.
For actually putting time into things that you want to do. We've had this discussion before.
I have. First off, I really appreciate you saying that. Thank
you.
But secondly, I know that you've got a lot of cool shit cooking upstairs.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I do anything about it though.
Yeah, but I mean,
I wrote.
You never will.
It be feeling like that though. The other day I wrote like a chorus to a song, and then I have not touched it since then.
Yeah, but there you go. I'm terrible at writing music.
Okay, well, you're good at doing the things that you like to do.
Yeah.
That's something I like to do, and I don't do it.
Well, you can't. You can do it, and you will do it. It's just a matter of just.
But
I just complained that I can't finish a script.
Here is the thing. I cannot. Like, there's something wrong.
You can say that again.
Because I get caught up with work. Like, I'll plan an entire day for myself, from start to finish. Even so far as, like, setting my alarm early enough in the morning to do something before I need to go to work. Because realistically, I don't have to get up that early for work anymore.
Does your shift start like 11?
Sometimes, yeah. Earliest I have ever gone in was 9:30. And you're talking to someone who used to go into work, like, clock in at 5 a.m.
Because you'd be texting me, like, you just woke up, and I'd be like, I'm just getting into bed.
Right. And for some reason, I just, like the other morning, I was like, alright, I'm gonna wake up, take a shower. I hate showering. But I was gonna do that.
Well, this is a weekend. Yeah. It's like 11 o'clock. It's like, alright.
Yeah. Morning, whenever you actually, like, you slept in and woke up, now you take a shower. That's different.
Yeah, but, like, a shower to get ready for work.
Right.
That sucks.
And morning time came, the alarm went off, and I was like, no, not doing that. And I feel like that alone sets the tone for the rest of the day, where the things that I thought I was gonna be able to do before or after work, that's not happening anymore. Work is the priority, then when I get home, I just fucking sit here.
Yeah, oh my god. Boy. My sister, she was over earlier this week, and she asked how the new job was going, and I was like, it's cool, it's just every time I get home from work, I'm just exhausted, like, I don't want to do anything. And she's like, welcome to the world of full-time.
Yeah.
So, shit.
But it's such a weird place to be in, because of course after work you want to like decompress and just, chill out, even though honestly I really don't be doing too much at work. Mm-hmm. But just being out, like, that's me doing something.
Yeah, but you're also like introverted, so like being out like that drains.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Social battery is like,
yeah,
it'd be really bad sometimes. So then I just want to I like my own company.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I just be sitting here and like laughing, watching TikToks and stuff. But there comes a point where that's not productive, surprisingly.
No.
And then I'm like, aw, I didn't do any of the things that I said I was gonna do today. Now I have to go to bed. Guess I'll start tomorrow. And then guess what? Guess what? Tomorrow happens. And the same fucking shit happens again. It's an endless cycle. And I don't know how to get out of it. Someone please help me. So yeah, like I want to
audio glitch.
So like I want to I love writing songs. I love to sing. I don't even know what else I like because I never take the time to do hobbies and shit. I'd like to exercise, go to the gym.
Minecraft, Five Nights at Freddy's, Undertale, Fall Guys. Is there any I'm missing?
Oh,
Among Us.
Oh my goodness. But see that I didn't mean to go off on a tangent there, but I envy how you be sitting down and you be doing the shit that you say you're gonna do for the most part, even if you don't actually get a whole lot done. You're still sitting there and doing it to them.
I had to. Again, thank you.
But of course, my good sir.
Yeah. No, I mean most of my time is usually spent just planning stuff out in my book and the shit I have. Mm-hmm. I showed you my doodles earlier.
Yeah.
I love sketching in my notebook, just random concepts from my book. I need to learn. It's a necessity. I need to learn how to draw people. I need to learn.
You mean you can't just get away with drawing stick people?
Little stick figures? No.
Oh.
Specifically, if anyone wants to look it up, I would like to draw characters in the style of the characters in Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Because that's a mix of traditional Fire Emblem art and the art from the Persona series. And I think that's how I want to draw my characters. Also, Fire Emblem 3 Houses is just an amazing game. I did notice, however, that one weird thing about the eyes in that artwork that I don't like is that there's the pupil and then there's a black ring around. I don't know how...
What?
How would you describe it? So it looks kind of like the target symbol, but the outer...
Oh, okay.
The outer circle is really thin.
Okay.
So it looks like everyone just has a black ring in their iris.
Okay.
I don't like that. I always wonder, I was why do... what? Something about the eyes always looks weird to me, and then I realized, oh, it's that black ring in there. Again, if anyone has a Nintendo Switch and hasn't already played it, please play Fire Emblem 3 Houses. It's an amazing game. Again, it's easy for me to feel a lot of the projects I'm working on. It's hard for me to see the finish line because it always does seem so far away. But the thing that I feel both of us gotta really sit down and realize is, that we do have an ample amount of time.
Yeah.
We graduated high school only 5 years ago. So
that still sounds like a long time ago.
I know, it's easy to say, it's already been 5 years. But in reality, it's only been 5 years since we graduated high school.
A lot's happened. That's probably why it feels like it's been... it feels kind of like it's been longer. Yeah, sure. I remember the first day of freshman year. Who was that bitch? I remember what I was wearing. And I'm really bad at remembering things, so...
Yeah, I can't remember first day.
I wore heels. It was bad.
Look at poor Dylan and Hayley go.
Oh, she was so icky. I'm glad I'm not her anymore.
Yeah, I'd go back and beat up 15-year-old though.
Oh, someone needed to bully the fuck out of me. Bullying is okay sometimes. In small doses.
If you're bullying yourself to get shit done.
Oh, well.
You see some
Don't bully yourself that bad.
You see some nerd in the hallway.
Where was that? kiss.
A little kiss right in the forehead. Say I'm proud of you.
Reverse psychology. He'd be like, now what the fuck was that supposed to mean? He'd carry that for the rest of his life.
Yeah. You'd just be confused and, more importantly, confused by the sexuality.
More importantly.
But, okay. To finish this, yeah, I take pride in, like, the work I do in my projects and stuff. And I am grateful when, like, people are fans of what I have done so far. And, you know, of course, I'm very grateful when you praise my work ethic like that.
Of course.
But I don't know. I have nothing but like faith in like your abilities to get shit done and like you get your projects out there. And I know that you have the capability. I know you know that, but I know you have the capability of not only doing it but doing a damn good job of it. And personally, I'm really fucking excited to see, you know, when it comes to fruition. So, you know, maybe.
Well, shit, man.
Maybe you're not getting it done at a super fast pace right now, but it will get done, and it'll kick some ass.
I gotta set alarms for everything.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
I think that's my problem. I need to maintain, like, come up with and maintain such a strict schedule, but it's so hard to do when my literal work schedule is not consistent.
No. That's something I'm looking forward to with this job, is getting used to like this set 8:30 to 5 schedule.
I miss my 7 to 4s, or even the 6 to 3s.
Honestly, 8:30 to 5. I think it's like if I had to pick like a 9-hour shift, it'd be like that.
I like my job. I love my coworkers. I love my managers. So, I'm content. My mom was like, all right, but, like, have you looked at jobs in your field?
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, yeah, still nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing out there. I think even if it weren't, like, COVID times, it would still be hard as fuck to find a job in my field.
I'm so surprised that there isn't, like, a lot of jobs in, like, the Buffalo area for sociology.
It might be, well, like I said, if you go on Indeed and you search up like sociology, bachelor's degree, whatever, as part of your search, most of what comes up is like for social work majors. Mm-hmm. Like there's a difference. Like I'm not trying to deal with people all like that. Get away from me, needy people.
Consider going into research?
I don't know, honestly. Maybe. I'd rather do that than casework.
If you had to go into sociology research, do you know what your like field would be?
My biggest thing was like probably like racial injustices. Okay. That was definitely a big part of it, or even like economic injustices. But like, see, it's things like that. I feel like for my field, I feel like it's one of those things where you'd have to start at the bottom, no matter what kind of qualifications you have. I mean, of course, unless you're like master's or PhD, but I feel like you could have loads of experience, which I don't really have, and a 4-year degree, and they'll still be like receptionist. Yeah. And that's the part that sucks. Like, I don't want to have to start there. I don't necessarily want to jump right into something I'm not ready for, but like that kind of sucks. You have to start at something that has nothing to do with what you want to be doing other than being exposed to that community. Mm-hmm. You're not actually doing any of the relevant work, I feel like.
So you think you'd have to start with social work, maybe?
I won't, is the thing.
Yeah.
Plus, the job that was sort of relevant to my field, the big girl job that I almost took,
yeah,
I get paid more now at the mall than I would if I were there. That's the other thing. Mm-hmm. They get paid shitty.
Which sucks, but you know.
It's so necessary. That work,
degree, you know.
Just that field in general, like, because that was for I don't know if I won't say the company name, but it was for like, I want to say it was for like, not rehab patients, but something like that. So yeah, it says addiction rehab and mental health services. Sign me the fuck up for that. That'd be pretty cool. But they were literally going to start me off as a receptionist. And I'd be like, I have a bachelor's degree. Yeah. At least, like, have me under someone who's actually doing something. Not that a receptionist's job isn't important, but, like, that's not what I want to do.
Do you think that you'd be allowed to use, like, the resources of, like, the local universities? But, like, I mean, because you went to Fredonia, which isn't exactly local.
Right.
Relatively. Where, like, I could go to, like, the people at UB and be like, hey, like, any, like, job openings in the communication field. And they could help me find something.
No, yeah, they, what was it called? They had, like, their own website through the school that was, like, its own job search. And I would frequently check that, Indeed, like, all of those typical job search websites, and there still wasn't a whole lot. I mean, internships would come up a lot more, which those would be interesting, but they don't pay you anything.
Yeah.
And a lot of them would be like a full-time thing, so you can't necessarily do something on the side that would make you money either, so you'd kind of just be fucked.
There's always OnlyFans.
I won't say that I haven't thought about it.
You honestly, you could just sell feet pics.
I got ugly feet.
People will pay for it.
Yeah.
You mean you bit on the internet?
I have. You've been on the interwebs.
Not saying you couldn't do OnlyFans with the rest of your body. I'm just saying.
But no, isn't that sad though? I feel like a lot of people have
resort
to that.
Yeah, there is a part of me that's very melancholy about that whole thing.
Like, we all want to be doing something that isn't that, obviously, but...
Yeah. Well, there are definitely some people out there that is exactly what they want to do.
Okay, well, yeah.
But I don't think we got time to delve into a giant discussion about
OnlyFans.
Yeah, OnlyFans
yeah,
and
no,
the morality
let's not.
of doing that. Yeah.
I mean, good for y'all. If y'all do that, if you're getting your bag that way, good for you.
Yeah, fuck it, whatever.
It's hard to get started on there, I've heard.
We're not your dads, so.
You're not my dad. Ugly ass fucking noodle head.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah, that works too.
Well, I guess it's this new quick jump to topic because I can't even remember where we. Something about.
My bad.
Yes. Oh, internships and shit. Whatever. I don't know. Yeah. Shit's difficult.
Shit is difficult.
Yeah. The last thing I'll say on this topic. I've thought about if I went into communication research, what would I research?
Yeah.
I've always been fascinated with like fighting, like people not getting along.
Okay.
Let me try to be more specific. There was an experiment I was trying to come up with a professor of mine. Here's the basis of the experiment. If we made someone read like a Hitler speech or like a white supremacist speech, something like that, versus someone reading something like an MLK speech, would the person that read the more hateful speech, would they show more violent or like angry signs afterwards? Well, we were trying to find out like how would you measure that, and so we were thinking of tests like maybe like untangling headphones. Like would they be more like aggressive with it, or just like doing like a regular job? Like would it affect how they do the job?
Okay. Like just getting upset with the content type of thing?
No, actually like saying those words, like saying hateful, like derogatory things. Does that put you in like a angry, I want to fucking fight someone state?
Just from reading it.
Just from reading it, yeah.
Not being the person who wrote it.
Yes.
Okay.
Because there's the whole argument about hate speech isn't included in free speech.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't know, we were trying to like come up with ways to like test for that. It's like, is hate speech, like, is it inherently, because there's free speech has its limitations.
Right.
You can't like incite violence and stuff.
Right.
You can't pull a Donald Trump.
Zinger!
Hey, it's August. He's still not president. Get fucked. Anyways.
Oh, just wait a few weeks. It's
gonna happen. Yeah. God said so.
Right. Jesus came down and spoke it softly into my ears.
Yes, what to say? He nibbled on my earlobe and he told me.
He gave me a little kiss on the cheek before he left.
He said, and then laughed. There's so many terrible things I could say. No, but yeah, you can incite violence. But I don't know. Maybe this all just sounds like rubbish, but
Rubbish?
absolute trash. But like me and my teacher were saying like we were on the side of things that are just like deemed hateful should still be under the umbrella of free speech, as long as they're not directly inciting violence. Like I think Donald Trump showed us that there is like the line's a bit blurrier. You know, we were talking about this experiment back in like late 2018.
Yeah.
I feel like just like I don't know. It's a very difficult thing to talk about because it's not like I'm okay with these people saying this shit, but at the same time I don't feel like it goes against the like free speech. I am on the side of free speech should be as free as we can keep it. But at the same time, it doesn't mean we have to be doesn't mean that we have to like take what these people say and be like, that's cool. Like we can still like.
Well, that guy is an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. You can still like socially, you know, take them out, but not legally, you know, because they're free to do it, but in a social standing, they're gonna get chopped up.
I'm just really every time.
It's 10 o'clock.
I know. Usually it's earlier in the day. Interesting.
Yeah, the week off.
That's so weird.
Show up and they'll be like, "Hey, fuck you."
Right.
Don't you know? Didn't you see the recording light on outside?
I might get one.
Pretty cool.
What?
That was a bark.
It sounded like the fucking dog from the video. I thought it was intentional.
Don't make me think about that. You asshole.
We can't get into it. Okay. I'm going to go into a much less serious topic. Okay. So, I feel like I mentioned this on a previous podcast. It's sad that I can't remember a lot of what we talk about.
I told you, after we're done recording, I remember nothing until we listen to it again.
No, see, here's the difference between you and me, though. You can't remember anything after I leave your apartment.
Yeah.
I can't remember anything after I publish the episode.
After you've recorded, or you've edited everything.
Yeah, I put it all together, I post it, the next day, someone was like, "Oh, I love that one part," and I was like, what are we talking about? Like, my brother's girlfriend today, she was like, "Oh, I loved how in episode 2, like, we said about Noah." I was like,
we talked about Noah?
Yeah, I was like, what did I say about him? She was like, the dabbing, and I was like, oh.
That was in episode 2?
Yeah. I was like, what? Okay.
Wait. That happened that long ago?
Seriously. She also says that she appreciates how we called her, well, I called her. What was her exact words?
Don't take my noise from me.
For some reason I really wanted to say penis, but I didn't.
Penis!
Penis!
Wanna play the penis game in my apartment? Penis!
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 Penis! Knocking the neighbor's door.
Penis!
Penis! Who is it? Penis!
Oh no.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. It's me, John. Wait. Hey, it's me, John Benjamin. Hey.
H. John Benjamin.
Have you seen my new show, Archer? It comes on every night after my other show, Bob's Burgers.
That's terrible.
Tonight we're going to be making Borgler. Okay, I can't. I'll keep looking for it, but I just want to say that I did tell her that you really liked her.
I did really like her.
Yeah.
She's an enjoyable person to be around.
She is. She really is. And she said, I never told you this, but she responded to that by saying, "I really like her too," 3 exclamation points. "She's funny, LOL. And I know she likes Noah, so I would hope she likes me, LOL."
Oh. She's a little ball of light.
She's a sweetie.
Noah, you better not fuck that up.
I swear to God, Noah. We called her expressive and a thespian. Oh, that's when we were saying thespian sounds like a slur.
Yeah, it does.
Goddamn fucking thespian. What were we saying before we started recording? Like, you speaking of goddamn stinky fucking dirty fucking cunts.
Yeah, there was a lot of vagina talk before we pressed record, and I wish we would have caught a lot of that.
Yeah. I asked her, what would she do if her, let's say, man companion.
There we go. Yeah, I was scared for a second there.
Yeah, Hayley's man companion. I asked her what she would do if they were hanging out one night, and he just went, ugh. And she goes, what was wrong? He goes, my pussy stinks.
And then I said, why are you thinking about that? Why would he say it? Why did you say it just now?
You gotta be ready for every scenario, dude.
And then we, were talking about why your pussy might stink.
We made a lot of joke about different metals that would be alarming to find in a woman's vagina. Damn, babe, you taste like tungsten.
Oh. Oh, no. Disgusting.
Okay, here's the topic.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I definitely mentioned this in a previous episode. Yes, I totally did. Skyward Sword HD, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, came out on the Switch a month ago. It originally came out on the Wii 10 years ago, and I replayed it in HD, and I fucking loved it. And when I was 13, I was not old enough to really appreciate the game, but playing it now 10 years later, I loved it. I really get to appreciate all the dialogue, all the really sad moments, all the really romantic moments. The story and the emotion in it were a lot better than Breath of the Wild, even though Breath of the Wild had voice acting. And I've told Hayley this before, I get emotional very easily.
I know.
Like, I was watching Avengers Age of Ultron today, and I teared up 3 separate times. That movie's not even that emotional. I mean, there's some sad parts in that movie, but
you don't have to defend yourself around me. You know I cry at everything as well. So.
I know. Every episode of Fruits Basket, by the way, just watch the ending of Fruits Basket. Amazing anime. Give that a watch. Every episode of Fruits Basket, I cried. There is not a single episode in there where a tear has not fallen.
That was me, but with Girl Meets World.
Yeah? Girl Meets World made you cry every episode?
I'm embarrassed that I revealed that, but yes.
I forgot how obsessed you were with Boy Meets World and Girl Meets World.
People really don't like Girl Meets World now. They're like, this was problematic, and I'm like, I liked it. Oh, God. It's okay. I liked it at the time. Maybe I wouldn't now. Who knows? It came out a while ago. Anyway, sorry.
Well, this is leading into a bigger topic, but yeah, Skyward Sword HD is an amazing game. Skyward Sword is an amazing game, and the HD version really didn't tweak that much. It had better motion controls. I never thought the motion controls were that bad in the original. A lot of people ragged on the Wii. Even my ex, she fucking hated the Wii. And
just as a whole?
Yeah.
Huh.
I defended that shit to the death. I was like, the Wii is an amazing console. You shut your mouth.
Oh.
Sometimes I got snippy back. Good. But no.
I still need to grab a GameCube controller for play Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, I still need to play Luigi's Mansion. I haven't played it yet. This is involved in this topic actually because Luigi's Mansion got remade for the 3DS a few years ago, and I own that copy. And people, I asked around. I was like, should I emulate the original GameCube one, or is it worth playing the 3DS remake? And everyone said, if it's your first time, yeah, 3DS remake's good. I was like, okay, good. I want to talk about remakes real quick.
Okay.
Because just earlier today, some leaked news came out. There were Pokemon games that came out in 2006 when we were in 3rd grade. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. And every few years, a Pokemon game gets remade. Pokemon Red and Green, or Red and Blue, whatever. It came out in 96. That got remade in 04 into Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. Those were
Specifically Fire Red and Leaf Green?
Yes. Those are the names of the versions. Pokemon Fire Red version, Pokemon Leaf Green version.
Wow, I did not know that.
Amazing games. It took all the good shit from the original games and just added more good shit.
Nice.
Then you have Pokemon Silver and Pokemon Gold that came out, I think, in 1999 or 2000.
Wasn't there one that you hated?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
Okay.
I don't fucking care.
Oh.
No, I'll say this right now.
Okay.
I don't care. Those games are dog shit. Fuck those games. What an embarrassment to Pokemon, okay? Fuck those games.
I didn't mean to trigger you. I was just like, wait.
No, it's okay. But moving on to happier things. Pokemon Gold and Silver came out either 99 or 2000. They remade those in 2010, Pokemon Soul Silver, Pokemon Heart Gold. And Pokemon Soul Silver is my second favorite Pokemon game. It's an amazing game. There's an interview with the director of Pokemon Soul Silver and Heart Gold, and he said, someone asked him, was like, don't you think you put, too much in this game? And he was basically like, nah, I wanted to make this game as good as we could. If only they had kept that mindset for the other Pokemon games. But, anyway. But the thing, Gold and Silver were already good. The remakes, amazing. Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire came out in 2003. They remake them in 2014. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Alpha Sapphire is my favorite Pokemon game. I absolutely love that game. It's amazing. Because it recaptured all the memories from when I was 6 and just added on to it.
That sounded like knocking, right?
Yeah, it sounded like something hitting against the wall.
It sounded like someone knocking on my bathroom door. Wouldn't it be funny if was in there this whole time he just came out?
Hayley, you're out of Vagisil.
Don't use that. Don't use Vagisil. You don't need that. Back to the vagina talk.
But yeah, Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby. So all these Pokemon remakes. Oh yeah, they also remade the game Pokemon Yellow. They remade that into Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I know what everyone's gonna say, but those games were definitely marketed towards young children. I never got those games, but from what I've seen, a lot of love went into those. And comparing those games to Pokemon Sword and Shield is honestly sad. Because no love went into Sword and Shield at all. But the point is, the bigger picture of this is that there are new remakes coming out. The Pokemon Diamond and Pearl that came out in 2006. Those were great games and really big for me, growing up. I played those games all the time. The third version, Pokemon Platinum, amazing game.
There's so many.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Honestly, if Pokemon didn't release 2 versions from the very start in 96, we'd never put up with it today. Originally, it was, to get people to, play games together and, hang out, and, it was honestly a way to get people to socialize. But it was, and it worked. It worked. But nowadays, there's no need for 2 versions. But they're remaking Diamond and Pearl, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, and Pokemon Shining Pearl. And they look like shit.
Oh, no.
Here's the thing. They are very faithful remakes. As in, it's literally just the same game, but with better graphics.
Gotcha.
Where every other Pokemon remake has been... They've used the original game as a base and built on top of that. This is just literally the same game. And the leaked news said, reconfirmed that they are faithful remakes. Which, if I get it, I'm going to get it just for nostalgia. But...
That's good enough reason.
I guess, but it's just... Seeing what they've done in the past for Pokemon remakes... I was hoping they'd get the same treatment, same love.
That's fair.
They're working on another Pokemon game that looks like it's going to kick some fucking ass, but that's a different thing. I'll get into that probably another day.
Are they just constantly working on something?
They have a terrible mindset over there at Pokemon. They've confirmed every generation of games they throw out all the good ideas from the past generation and redo. It's so fucking piss poor. If Pokemon wasn't if Pokemon wasn't as big as it was, they would flop in an instant. They're so ass backwards at Pokemon. It's astounding.
Wow.
And yet they've given me some of my fondest memories. So,
you guys are pieces of shit, but thank you.
Yeah, thank you for everything. Get ready for my Pokemon Sword and Shield review coming out next year. That's gonna be a good one. But what I want to ask you, Hayley, is to get your input on this.
Yeah.
How do you feel about things from your childhood getting remade like that?
Well, you see, I can't think of anything that...
This doesn't have to be a video game.
No, I know. I'm not sure... What did I do as a child? What was I doing all day? I don't know that I can think of an example of, like...
I think you should totally get a Nintendo Switch. Because then you can play, like,
Yeah.
you love, like, Sonic and Super Mario 64.
Yeah.
Then you can play, like, Sonic Mania and, like, Super Mario Odyssey. Like, games that are meant to, like, recapture that joy. But, like, what about, like, movies or something? Like, what... Like, this... Okay,
Ooh.
I know this is a terrible example because this would be a crime against God. But what if they, like, rebooted Ace Ventura?
Oh.
What do you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say Austin Powers.
No, that'd be worse.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid. Yeah, don't fucking... I thought they were supposed to make a fourth Austin Powers.
It's been in production hell for, like, 10 years.
Because each movie, like, it kept getting better.
Yeah.
And that almost never happens with movies.
I love gold.
I love gold. I grew up on those movies.
Yeah.
I have them.
We shouldn't have, but we did.
Those and Kung Pao.
Yeah, how the fuck?
And Master of Disguise. Those were on repeat in my bedroom as a child.
Yeah, we watched Ace Ventura all the time.
Ace Ventura, I don't really remember a whole lot of.
Honestly,
but Bruce Almighty was definitely it.
Just Jim Carrey in a whole.
Ugh, beautiful man, inside and out.
What a freaking basis for my personal sense of humor, Jim Carrey.
Good. Thank you, hey Jim Carrey, if you're listening. Thank you for teaching me how to spell beautiful. I, to this day, if I'm ever typing out or writing out the word beautiful, I go beautiful every time. I think of that movie every time. But yeah, for any of those movies, don't touch them.
Yeah.
That's such a bad... I was talking to my man companion about... he says that he thinks Twilight would have done even better if it had been made into, like, a series. Because then you can get so much more of the details from the book included. And he suggested, like, what if they do a remake? Because they keep bringing shit back, like Gossip Girl I've seen.
High School Musical.
High School Musical, the series. Fuck you. I don't want to hear a single word about it. But shit like that. And I'm like, I feel like it wouldn't be received very well. I feel like people would get very defensive about it. And
fans or not fans?
Both. Probably more so fans, but, like, that casting would have to be perfect.
Yeah. I can't help but agree with him.
Yeah, he's got a valid point.
Yeah.
But I feel like it would be so touchy that you'd have to do it exactly right. But honestly, the movies were really well done in reference to the book, but if it were made a series, there's so much more you could do too.
I think it's funny when we have stuff like movies, like it's more taboo to, like, reboot something or remake a movie. Because most of the time it's not even done out of, like, a genuine, like, desire to, like, recreate that.
No, it's just a money thing.
Money grab.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is scummy.
Yeah. And then they always turn out like shit when it's like that.
Exactly.
I feel the same about just sequels in general.
Like an unneeded sequel?
Like Fast and Furious.
Well, Fast and Furious is just like, it's like its own genre of movie now.
Did the 9th one come out? Or is that happening?
I could not tell you, Haley.
Why are there 9 of them? What is still happening? Like, they should have just ended it when Paul Walker died.
Yeah, did you see the meme where the caption was the Fast and Furious series in a nutshell, and it's just Vin Diesel in a car with a gun, and it just says, family, and
Yeah.
then there's a T-Rex and a green screen explosion.
That's how I've never seen any of them, but that's how I picture it.
I have maybe seen in total 10 minutes of every, like, in total, not each one, but
out
in total,
of
10 minutes.
all of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just no need for that.
No, I genuinely, I don't know a single person who's seen a Fast and Furious movie besides maybe my dad.
Any Fast and Furious movie past like the first 2 or 3, maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people have seen the first one, but like it's just not necessary. I feel like that ties into it too. Like I'm sick of seeing it.
I've heard I've heard good things about the first 2, but I've heard nothing about the other 7.
Why are there that many?
So, I don't, but like music getting like covered, you know.
Mm-hmm. I don't hate that.
No, I think there's a line between, like, if someone just like loves a song and they're just like, I want to do this in my style, then it's whatever. I mean, like, some people got famous from doing covers, like Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash was basically he was about to fall out of the music industry because no one listened to him, and then his producer just like, here's cover this song. He's like, this is a metal song, sure, and they're like, yeah, and everyone loved the sound of it. But that being said, my favorite song of his is a cover. It's 9 Inch Nails' "Hurt," sung by Johnny Cash. I think it's honestly one of his most famous songs.
Interesting.
It's one of the most depressing songs you could ever listen to, but it's beautiful, and he sung it. He actually, I think it was his last song he did before he died.
Oh.
Yeah. But, like, you have people like that, but then you have people like Panic at the Disco that does Bohemian Rhapsody.
An atrocity.
Yeah. Like, because here's the thing. You need to ask, like, do you think they actually really like Bohemian Rhapsody? Because everyone loves Bohemian Rhapsody.
I'm sad, though, that Bohemian Rhapsody is Queen's most famous song. They have so many other good songs. And besides, like, Another One Bites the Dust. That's a different tangent, sorry.
I'll jam out Don't Stop Me Now.
Well, yeah.
But
jam out to all of them.
Fair. I feel like that, like, an untouchable song, like that, like someone covering Bohemian Rhapsody, September, when someone covers, because everyone wants to sing that song, but it's like, it doesn't feel right covering a song like that, because it's like, you'll, like, that sounds mean, but it's like, you will never capture that magic. Like, that's a lightning in a bottle thing, and it's not yours.
Isn't it weird to think about, though, how I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston isn't actually her song? Yeah.
Well, a lot of Beatles songs, like, Hey Mr. Postman, that wasn't theirs. It was a Motown song.
Well, yeah.
I didn't know that until we sang it in chorus.
Oh, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Hey.
It's a great song.
It's a good vine.
Either version of that song kicks ass.
Yeah, then things like that happen where those are 2 huge names.
Yeah.
I Will Always Love You, Dolly Parton. And it's like, what a weird thing, you just kind of took that one over, huh? Because everyone associates that song with Whitney Houston now, not Dolly Parton. You know, I don't mean to bring her up, but Ariana did she did a cover of a Thundercat song, which, me personally, I was like, who? She did a really good cover of that, like, stayed very true to the song, literally just her singing it. And I feel like doing that helps artists who may be smaller, gives them more recognition.
Yeah.
People go like, oh shit, what's the original song?
I
Because that happened for me. I found a ton of cool songs by him that are really cool, but I wouldn't have known about him if it weren't for her.
I think it's really cool. I think that's a positive thing. Especially if they're doing it, if they'd be like, there's a small band or small performer, they made the song, I fucking love it, I want to cover it.
Yeah.
So it's like that, I do appreciate. Alright, next topic. Okay, Haley, pick a number, these all vary in how serious they are. Pick a number 1, 2, or 3.
1.
Alright, so, I feel like you and I both differ on this, but also agree on this. No.
What does that mean?
Let me finish. Okay. So, your boy, Jeffy Beasy, also known as alter ego, Skinny Penis. I saw you wanted to say it. Jeff Bezos? Bezos? Basil.
Like
Basil.
bay.
Basil.
Like a bay. Tudor.
Okay. Jeff Bezos, not recently anymore, but a few weeks ago, went into suborbital space.
Yes.
With a few other people, and
Wait, he himself went?
yeah, he went. He was in the pod. I think he brought his brother with him too. He also brought this. I don't know the full story, but I believe it was a female astronaut who was supposed to go to space but never got her chance, and now she's like an old woman, and they brought her with them, and it was like a big deal because like she was gypped out of not going to space, and she finally got to go to space. So hell yeah.
Nice. How old we talking?
Like grandma hair looking old.
That's not an age. You can look like that at 50.
Old. I'm gonna say, I don't know, at least 70.
Okay.
Feel free to fact check me on that. But you see, the thing with him going into suborbital space, it's a big deal because he's pioneering commercial spaceflight. And of course, it's easy to look at the richest man in the world doing this and be like, okay, how does that affect me, like a common citizen? But you gotta understand that you need someone with a fuck off amount of money to pioneer something as radical as that. Because the common citizen, like your
Can't afford that shit.
Exactly. Your neighbor down the street's not gonna be the one building a rocket and getting up in space like that. You need someone who can fund that.
Yeah.
And this is the stepping stone to where commercial spaceflight will be open to the public. It will be affordable. It will be the cost of not as cheap, but it'll be like getting a ticket for a plane. Like, it will get down there. And I believe it will be in our lifetime, where any Joe Schmo can just hop on a rocket and go to the moon and back. I'd never go to space.
No.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, what is it for?
What?
Like, what are you gonna do in space?
Well,
You're gonna open up a mall out there?
No,
Maybe I'll work there.
Malls are a dying fad. But
What?
look it up.
I'm gonna lose my job.
Right now, the only people that are really going to be sent to space, like Mars colonies and stuff, they're going to be going there purely to work, like all day. There will be like no leisure.
Okay.
But there's people signing up to, set up that base so that people can eventually come and have leisure and stuff. But a lot of people, look at this and I would say fail to see how awesome and significant it is. But a lot of people also look at this and they say, okay, cool, but all the money you spent on that could have gone to the planet you're on.
Right.
And, Neil deGrasse Tyson said, not about this, but he said this years ago, about, like, finding other planets to live on. We won't need a planet B if we just fix planet A. And I totally agree with that. As cool as I think what Jeff Bezos did was, as excited I am about it, about furthering space exploration and pioneering commercial space flight, I do wish that more Americans spent more money on the environment. Of course, you can't tell anyone how to spend their money. Jeff Bezos, he said this was his dream ever since he was a kid to, do this space flight stuff. And Amazon was kind of just his stepping stone. It's funny. The way I look at this warehouse job, making money so I can fund my projects, that's how he looked at Amazon. So he could fund space projects.
He was like, this isn't a career.
Exactly. Isn't that so fucking... He's the richest man in the world, and he looks at Amazon like, means to an end. But, even if you got, like, Bill Gates and, what's his name, Warren G. Buffett? His name that really...
I don't fucking know.
That one really rich guy that was friends with the Clintons or something.
I do not know. I am not familiar with such information.
Well, we have rich motherfuckers in this country that are philanthropists and do put their money into cool shit, and donate a lot of their money. Cool people. Unfortunately, and I'm saying this as someone who leans capitalist, there are a lot of people in this country that okay, we're gonna get really deep here. I gotta reposition myself for this. It's a certain bit of my moral compass that's really important to me. If you're the only person that can fix a problem, then you're obligated to do so. Mm-hmm. So I think, morally wise, having a lot of money, I think philanthropy is necessary. Mm-hmm. I think if you have...
I can agree with that.
You only need a certain amount. At a certain point, you have more money than your... Unless you, end up funding, a big project or something. And if you do, it's your right to do so. But
some people have stupid amounts of money.
Exactly. If you have more money than you're ever going to touch, there's absolutely no way in hell you're ever going to put a dent in this bank account. Donate it.
Yeah.
Put it to good use. There are plenty of places, plenty of people who need help. And, some people may ask, well, how does pioneering space flight, how does that help anyone? Well, it could. It could if we ever need to get the fuck out of here. And maybe that's a morbid way of looking at it, but that is something. And, sadly, it's an American thing. Because millionaires and billionaires in other countries, not only are they spending their money on helping the planet, they are profiting healthily off of helping the planet. Because funny enough, going green is actually very profitable. So it sounds like a win-win to me.
But oil from other countries. Not ours. Somewhere else. They'll deal with it. Give us some money!
Hey, you can't be here. We didn't knock down those towers. Don't they understand? It makes Dick Cheney money. I stole that from Money Plays. But yeah, there is this horrible, horrible corruption between a lot of rich people in this country and a lot of scummy politicians in this country, where that shit is just rooted right in. And, better mindsets are crawling their way in, and technology is advancing, but there's a lot more we could be doing. But, I don't know. I want to stress how cool and important what Jeff Bezos did was, and some people may be very upset about it, but I just want to say, it does, in a way, it does help us. It does further humanity in its own way. And I wish that more people with Jeff Bezos' mindset and his wealth,
of course,
really,
we're doing some shit.
Yeah. We're really taking the time to help save Planet A.
I just wonder with the whole space travel thing, making that available to people, like I said earlier, where are they going? Does that then involve them having to spend all this money trying to make another place accessible? And then you gotta do a bunch of shit there?
Yeah. Well, we're working on setting up Mars colonies right now. We got plans. And
was that a real thing, or am I making this up that they, there was something going around where, I think this might have been a basis for a movie. It might not have been real. Where people were, signing up to, if and when the space travel happens, y'all gonna go there and, populate some shit?
That was a couple years ago.
So that was real?
That's real.
Okay.
Plenty of people signed up.
I'm sure.
It was the general consensus was no one's gonna sign up for this, and they got inundated with volunteers.
People fucking hate it here.
Yeah, but...
You want me to go fuck on another planet? Yeah.
Oh my god. I think a lot of people have, a fantasy about what Mars will be.
Probably.
I mean, think about this. The solar radiation on Mars is a lot more dangerous than on Earth. Mars doesn't have a magnetic field. So solar winds just go right past that motherfucker. So you got the radiation, lack of oxygen, temperature. It's like a giant radioactive desert.
Perfect for humans.
Yeah, but you also can't breathe.
Perfect.
There are amazing videos detailing what we can do to live on Mars.
Did we just pick Mars because it's the next closest?
Well, the next closest is the moon. But Mars actually has an atmosphere.
What's the moon? Well, yeah. Well, the moon's a moon. It's not a planet.
Some moons are potentially habitable, like that one. What is it, Titan?
Bitch, I don't know. I don't know any other moons except for the moon.
Titan or Europa. One of the moons of Jupiter could potentially harbor life.
How'd they know? How did they know?
Because we probed that. And like, we stuck it in and
What
twisted.
if they're... What if they're making it up? For clout?
And why would they do that, Hayley?
It's NASA. I don't know.
You know...
They need to build up their rep.
You know they're constantly cutting NASA's funding like every year. But to wrap that up, where are they going? Well, we're working on, lunar bases and Martian bases. So, for now, it's going to be one-way trips. But eventually...
I'm just imagining, like, an empty bus stop, but there's no bus station on there. They're just like, alright, guys, get off. And they walk up and they just start floating.
Alright, you guys got the pamphlets, right? Cool.
See y'all. Never.
I think in our lifetime we will see two-way travel between both the moon and Mars. We could even use the moon as like a refueling station.
Charge
we could
Prius.
use Mars as what'd you say?
Said charge your Prius.
Prius brand space shuttle. Oh god, that's probably gonna happen one day. No, that's probably gonna happen one day. Like 100 years from now. They're probably, like, car manufacturers are probably going to have their own brand of space shuttle.
Chevy spaceship.
It's gonna fucking happen, dude. We won't be around to see it, but it's gonna happen.
Ford F1 Lightyear.
Someone's gonna listen to this in the year 2121, and they're gonna be like, God damn, they called that. Alright, next topic. 1 or 2, Hayley?
I picked 1 the first time. Isn't it 2 or 3 now?
No, just for that, it's left hand or right hand, Hayley.
Go fuck yourself.
Alright, right hand. So, on the previous podcast.
Previously on the Chorus Effect podcast. Ooh, that would be interesting. We should bookmark that.
We talked about, I think the story was you were talking about your uncle. It was how our parents met. You're talking about your uncle, and he has 3 sons, and you're the daughter he never had. And I said, God, that sounds like hell. Fuck that. Your uncle, fuck him, and fuck everything he's about.
Right.
I caught all that out, but that's what happened.
Yeah.
So I made the comment, like, God, I hope I have variability. And you were like, well, you don't have control over that. But Hayley wouldn't, I looked it up. You can choose the gender of your child. Wow.
I don't like that. I really don't. I feel like you should not have that capability.
Now, see, this is where we differ.
Right.
Out of every topic, this is where we differ.
We differ on almost everything, I feel like. On many things.
Politics.
Yeah.
Economics.
Yeah.
Candy.
We agreed.
I
got my way.
I had a fistful of Twizzlers last night.
Good as hell.
I'm excited about it. That we have that capability. I would be down for it. The woman I end up having children with in the future, her willing, of course. But perfect scenario for me was always have a boy and a girl. So
you didn't care which order they came in, though, right?
Not really. If I had to be picky, maybe have a son first and a daughter. I don't think it matters if I have both eventually. So I'd say would be cool. A cool way to go about it is first child, let it be random, and the second child, whatever the first child wasn't, we choose to have that gender, and then I get my motherfucking tubes tied.
Good. It's just something about that just doesn't sit right with me.
Now, and you're not a very religious woman.
I'm not religious.
But are you coming at this from like a stance of like playing God?
To a degree, yes. But like, I feel like that's not all of it. I don't know exactly where all the hesitation comes from. It just sounds weird. Like, I get it.
And I get how it sounds weird. But I'm curious as to what the line is. Like, eye color, which has been a thing. Like, you can choose the eye color of your baby.
I feel like you shouldn't be able to choose anything.
Not everything's off the table for you.
It's just, you know.
Well, this technology, being able to manipulate this,
Mm-hmm.
we can also account for things like, now, forgive me if I'm off the mark on this one, but we have the ability to, like diseases and,
Mm-hmm.
disorders.
Right.
Obviously, we're on the same page about that.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as it gets past that, as soon as it's just for... okay, now I'm thinking about it. Are you opposed to it because you don't like the idea of the parent choosing for the child like that? Or...
No, I actually didn't even think about it like that.
Okay.
I guess it's like reminiscent of eugenics to me. And that's the vibe I get, and I'm like, I don't know, I feel like those things that you would have a choice about shouldn't matter. Like, why would you go so far to choose and, like, make sure that characteristic comes through when it, in reality, really doesn't matter?
I can agree with everything aesthetic. But gender, that to me is different. Because it's selfish. I'll admit, it's totally selfish on my part. But it's like, it's me wanting to, like, have that dream of, like, that.
Make sure your child looks like you.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't care what hair color, eye color my kid has.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's like, just like, it's a selfish dream. I'll totally admit that. But it is what I want. And, of course, again, the mother of my children willing. But, I don't know. That being said, just because we have this tech doesn't mean we're going to be pumping out a bunch of blonde hair, blue-eyed whiteys.
No, I know. It's just, the whole premise of it just sounds sketch to me. And I've said this to you before, like, I don't think I will be having children.
Mm-hmm.
But I had always thought that if I were pregnant and I did have a baby, I never wanted to know what I was having.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't care.
Yeah.
But I guess that's just me not caring. Other people do care.
I think it's a byproduct of me fantasizing about it ever since I was young. Like having that idea of like having a family one day. I'm very old-fashioned when it comes to like the whole family values things. That sounds like I'm homophobic. No,
I love how you put words into your own mouth that no one was thinking.
Because the internet gets upset about things, Hayley. I need to...
This isn't the internet. This is just our friends that listen to this. It's not like the world.
One day.
Maybe.
When we eventually do shit, people will go back and listen to these.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. To me, a kid's a kid, though.
Yeah.
That, like, boy or girl or whatever the fuck they decide to be.
Yeah, listen, look, whatever.
Oh, yeah, what if that
happens?
happens? What if you pick for them and then they, like...
transgender?
Yeah.
I would scream, cry, and throw up, not necessarily in that order, though. No. Obviously, no matter what, I would love my child. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't that would be so
It'd be,
funny.
Yeah, it would be a giant wrench in my plans.
You're gonna text me one day and be like, "It happened, didn't it?"
I'd kill you. I feel like you set it up.
I'm manifesting it for you.
I would only get the pain out of my system if I killed you.
But only one of them, so then you'll have two of the same. They can't both be, because then it'll still be,
Let me reiterate. I can't get the pain out of my system until I end your life. But, yeah. Whatever no matter what, my kids, I love them to death. Right. I'll do anything for them. Whatever. It's just, this technology excites me. Mm-hmm. And if it means I can have that fantasy.
What the fuck was that?
What the fuck was that? Is there a fucking ghost in my house? Just real quick, I didn't write this down, but I think okay, guys, real quick. I didn't write this down, but this reminded me of, we've talked about this before, this idea of mine. Gender reveal parties.
I think they're stupid.
I agree.
Because again, who fucking cares?
Yeah, exactly. I would save it for, I don't know, if I were to reveal the gender of my baby,
Yeah, why is it
I'd be
gotta
like-
be...
I'd be like eating dinner at like my parents' house or something, and then it'd be like, so guys, we're having a boy, and everyone would be like, oh, okay, like, or we're having a girl, like, whoa, and like that'd be that.
Right.
We leave it at that. But I thought it'd be so funny to make a big deal out of it and get like, I told you this idea before, get a giant box, like a giant cardboard box, and dress it up like a present, right? And I have the 2 giant doors. I'm talking like big, like fucking 10, 12 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my wife, see on the other side, like, all right, guys, are you ready? Okay, guys. And then we like both grab a door and we pull it open, and the box is empty. And I just walk up and go, it's a boy. Go home.
So dumb. I think it's just another excuse for people to have parties.
This is America. Like, everyone wants an excuse to have a party.
Well, that's what I mean. This was just another way. I feel like these didn't become popular until like 2015. Nobody did shit like that because nobody fucking cared.
That big? No. I feel like gender reveal celebrations have been a thing for a while. It's just to the extent where they're causing, massive wildfires.
Yeah.
That wasn't a thing until just a few years ago.
Fucking dumbass. Just cut into a cake, for God's sakes.
You do anything. But okay. I just got a couple things left. I just want to tell a funny story. And I feel like you'd have some cool input on this.
Well, I will see.
So, there was one time, me and my ex, we had to go out to Amherst, because I took my computer to a Best Buy to get work done. And the Best Buy is in like this giant plaza of all these different stores and stuff, and restaurants, and so I was
including another Target.
Another Target. So I was like, hey, like, let's kill some time, like, let's not drive all the way back, like, let's stay here, do some shopping, go get something to eat. We went to Moe's. So we shopped around, and, like, went to, like, Barnes & Noble. I got some cool shit that day. Some, like, Naruto, Zelda stuff. Saw the Fruits Basket manga there. Saw a lot of manga there. I need to go back. I wish I had more money for Barnes & Noble. Anyways.
Wow. Never seen you do that before. Usually I do that.
At one point, she's like, hey, I kind of want to go to Ulta. And I was like, okay. And so we drive over to the Ulta store, and I park, and I turn the car off, and I go reach the door handle. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, getting out of the car.
We're going to Ulta, right?
Yeah. She's like, you're coming in with me? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh my God. She was like really excited about it. And I just thought it was normal. Like, she was so jubilated about it that like I wanted to go to a makeup store with her, but I was like, it's just Ulta. Like, it's not.
Yeah, like, the fuck's going on in there?
Yeah, it's like I've been in. Not only have I been in various makeup stores before, but I've been in a couple Ultas before with other friends and like my sister. It's not a big deal, but to her it was a huge deal because she was like, no guy ever wants to go into a makeup store. And I'm like, well, fuck those guys. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, part of me felt cool about it, so it was like, yeah, look at me.
You're right.
Yeah.
She's hyping you up.
Yeah. I feel pretty good about this.
I'm not an asshole.
But yeah, so she was all happy about that. But the funniest part of the story is that as we're walking in, we watch some dude drop his girlfriend off and drive away.
Pussy.
Yeah. It's like, what, you afraid someone's gonna fucking see you in an Ulta shopping with your girlfriend/wife? It's like, you know what someone's gonna assume? Oh, they're in here with their girlfriend/wife.
Right.
And like, you gotta make it enjoyable. I was walking around like being like, oh, look at this. Like, oh, look at this sponge.
Look at this sponge.
Oh, this looks like a butt plug. So, I don't know. I feel like this brings us on to a topic of the bare minimum and expectations.
Yes.
It differs person to person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in this example, to me, just going in with your girlfriend to a makeup store is no big deal.
Right.
But to her, and probably a lot of other women, that's a huge deal.
Right.
I I don't know. I have this certain mindset, and I feel like you've got a pretty similar one. But when you're with someone romantically,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of want to just do shit with them.
Yeah. It's mad weird.
Yeah.
I'm new to this, but I get it now.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it was my first adult relationship. Everything else was high school.
Mm-hmm. I'll be at work and I'll be like, I kind of miss him.
Oh, that's adorable.
Like, if he were just standing here or just like visited, I'd be like, that made my day. That's disgusting.
But yeah, but it's like everything. It's like going to the store, doing something like shitty, like bring your computer in to get work done, to like making dinner, cleaning, video games, sleeping, quote unquote. All of that is better with your significant other, and
it's so weird.
It is.
I had said that to my male companion before, where I was just like, I don't care what we do. I think we were like in the process of trying to make plans. I was like, I don't care what we do. I just enjoy your company.
Yeah,
and
that's how it goes.
Yeah, and I was like,
great.
We'd just be sitting here, and I'd be like, this is nice.
That's the thing. If you're in a relationship and you don't think like that, I feel like you got problems.
Right.
And like, of course, like you guys aren't gonna enjoy all the same things.
I feel like that keeps things interesting.
Yeah.
To a point.
To the point where
Silly
it's not conflicting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like when I'm in a relationship, I'm like, I don't know. I just want to spend as much time with them as possible, and of course, leaving room for friends and family.
Yeah.
And myself, everyone needs their personal time. But there has to be like this overwhelming feel of joy in like being with them and seeing them.
Yeah.
It's kind of got off topic from like, the bare minimum and stuff. But I don't know. Sometimes the bare minimum's cool. Sometimes it's cool to just like that little extra thing. It's just so like Valentine's Day. I made like these like cheesecake plates, like these pink cheesecake plates.
Delicious.
Absolute gourmet.
I never had them, but it just sounds delicious.
I should. I'll make them for you, dude.
Fuck yeah! I'm still waiting on those brownies, Noah.
Yeah, Noah, if you're listening, come on. She moved in like what, 2 months ago now?
3 months ago, May.
Oh, it was the beginning of May.
Yes.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, 3 months and no brownies.
I'm honestly disappointed.
We should beat him up.
He's just a little stick bug, so it won't be hard.
He'll crawl on you like a spider, and like wrap himself around you.
I can envision him like twisting his spine so that he's like walking backwards and he's like on all fours. Not on all fours.
Yeah, Julie's getting so turned on right now.
You picked him.
And as much shit, as much grief as I give my ex, as we have given her on this podcast.
There were good times.
There were some
Yes,
of course there were some good times.
Yes.
And I will sit here and I will say that as much shit as I have talked about her, as much shit as I will inevitably talk more about her, I will defend her and say I think she is a good person.
Well-intentioned, poor execution.
Yes, she's riddled with issues.
Yes. Should not be in a relationship until she fixes herself.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
As I said, we had a nice bonfire weeks ago.
Yes.
Very nice. Bonfire / ritual.
Yes.
Hayley made an offering to the fire. I threw some
did.
shit in the fire. It was nice.
We all cheered.
We danced. We painted our faces.
Yes.
Some of that stuff didn't happen, but
You'll never guess which.
I will say on this recorded line, on this tapped phone line, exactly what I said that night. I don't wish any harm on her. I hope that the world treats her fairly, for better or for worse.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I said that then too.
I think you did.
Amen.
Yeah. And let us pray. Say the line.
What line?
And also
Oh,
with you.
yeah. What? Huh? What? Let's change it to Trick John. He said, I'm the one Y2K asshole going, and also with you.
But, I was going to say, one really nice gift she gave me was this Zelda cookbook, the unofficial Legend of Zelda cookbook, and it looks like a fucking magical tome. It's amazing. And I did shed a tear when I unwrapped it, but she wrapped it up in like this like cardboard paper that I actually use in my job to like pack boxes. She wrapped it up in this and like wrapped it with twine, and she wrote on it in like very nice looking writing, and she drew pictures of Lily of the Valley on it, which is my favorite flower, and she taped a little stick of chapstick to it. That was over a year ago. I didn't use all of it. I accidentally left it in my jeans and it got washed. Chapstick lasts a long fucking time, dude.
Mm.
But
I've gone through many a tube. I just put it on excessively.
I should probably put it on more. Point is, that was something I did appreciate. She went above and beyond for gifts. But even the thing, like, I remember one time she gave me a gift. It was literally just a framed picture of us, like a selfie we took.
Yeah.
And she was so nervous that, like, oh, it's so stupid. It's such a small gift. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I loved it.
Yeah.
Like that.
Those are the best.
Yeah, that little gesture, it means the world.
Yeah.
And I put that shit right on my nightstand. You know, a lot of people think, and like, you know, I think, you know, like, oh, you gotta be big and stuff. But then I think about, like, me, and it's like, literally getting a fucking candy bar.
Yeah.
It means the world.
I picked this up for you while I was out.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, you think about me?
That shit means so much.
This one literally gave me like a 50-cent thing from one of those machines.
Yeah, the little
of
capsule
slime.
things. Yeah.
Like, brought it to our first date. Like, we hadn't even met yet, and he got that for me. And I was like, really? For me?
You have it right now?
It's in my car.
Wow.
I just got him one for this little squishy dragon thing.
Nice.
I think he liked it.
I think he likes you.
He better. I like him, so... And I don't do that very often, so...
Oh shit, he's becoming tsundere. No, wait.
I'm a simp.
Tsundere is the angry one. Yandere is the introverted killer one. Hey, fuck, where were we? Little things in a relationship can really go a long way.
Mm-hmm. I agree, but I'm good at giving gifts. I like to pride myself on that.
You are. No, you are. You've given me some very specific gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Like the NCIS plaque. All of Gibbs' rules.
Nope. That's because I like to, if people say something, I usually try to write things down.
I tried that this year.
Yeah?
And then you got the gift, and you were like, what is this?
I'm sorry. I literally like never paid attention to his notebook before.
For context, earlier this year, Hayley said she wanted a new notebook, and I wrote it down in like March. And I had planned to get her a recreation of Deku's notebook from My Hero Academia. And I got it for her. There it is. I got it for her birthday. And she was like, thanks, but what the hell is the Japanese supposed to be? I was like, oh, she doesn't get them.
I felt really bad about it.
But as soon as I explained it, you got it.
Yeah. Look, yeah.
So.
I don't know if I've written it yet.
That awesome leather-bound journal that like I drawn. It took me like a year to finally start using it. You know what? Like all the artists I follow have like said in class, I'm like, how do you get motivation to do work? They say it's one of two things: either you fucking swallow it and just force yourself to do it, or you wait for it to strike you and then you take advantage of it, no matter when it hits. But they also don't have jobs. So. That sounds.
They're also homeless.
Yeah. That sounds mean, but like they literally didn't have jobs. Like their job was doing that art, and it paid like shit.
Doesn't that suck? That's the other thing that's sad about it.
Yeah, you need a job to not. That's the one. That's why I never wanted to be a starving artist.
That's why Anthony's podcast was called The Starve. It makes sense now.
Finally unraveled it 5 episodes later.
Too bad that fell through.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of cool.
You know what's not gonna fall through?
This one?
Yeah.
This is the one creative outlet that, like, has been consistent.
Currently, same here. Okay, so one last topic, very small topic. Now, we've talked about Hayley and her male companion. Hayley?
What laugh was that?
Hayley, listen.
Yeah.
Where did you and this lanky boy meet?
Hinge.
Hinge.
Hinge, Dylan.
Now, honey, what's that?
Let me tell you. I'm so glad you asked.
It's a free web browser extension. No, so Hinge is a dating app, for those of you that don't know. And Hayley, met this nice boy on here. Mm-hmm. I downloaded Hinge a few weeks ago.
It has its flaws.
It does.
It do.
It does. My own flaws is that I'm already very picky. So.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Shut up.
So am I, honestly.
Yeah.
I just happen to.
It just happens that the guys you're into aren't toxic. The girls.
That's debatable.
Okay.
But yeah.
Fair. You know what I'm getting at. I'm into.
Yeah, yours just look toxic.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that they could be very nice, normal women who just have like that
aesthetic. Yeah.
Like my fucking sister. You know, she had a scene phase.
But it was a phase. True. You got me there.
Shut down immediately. I fucking showed Hayley a picture earlier of this girl with like eyeliner and like blue and green hair, and I looked
like a scene girl straight from 2007.
I thought she looked hot as hell, and I turned to Hayley and I was like, "Would you be mad if I dated a girl like this?" And Hayley immediately went, "Yes." But this major flaw with Hinge is, well, Hayley and I live in Western New York, right on the Canadian border, and with a dating app like Bumble, you know, you set your radius of how far, you know, you want to connect with people. And so, like, you know, you put your radius as like 20, 25, 30 miles. And you do the same on Hinge. But Hinge doesn't really account for something that Bumble accounts for. And that's the fucking border between the two countries. Because Hinge presented me with lots of
beautiful women.
Women
they are of a different kind.
Seriously. Great bios and a lot of nice shit in there. Mm-hmm. All locked off because they live in another country.
Mm-hmm. They're all like from Toronto.
Yeah.
Let's take a stroll through Toronto one day when it's safe to travel.
Yeah, just pick up some chicks.
Yeah.
Nice. Some of the most beautiful women were like 8 hours away. Mm-hmm. I was like, what the fuck, Hinge?
Tease. What a tease you are, Hinge.
So, yeah. I also had to... I didn't know that this was a thing on Hinge, but there's a little switch that's asked, is this certain aspect a deal breaker? And I didn't know about it, so the whole distance thing was categorized as not a deal breaker. So that's why the 8 hours away thing happened. As soon as I hit, it's a fucking deal breaker if they live too fucking far away. Then I was like, oh, okay. And then it cut, you know, the list of available.
They were like, but she's nice.
I'm like, yeah, but I also have to drive 8 hours.
Oh, fuck no, baby. Yeah, I ain't doing that for no pun.
You pussy, say the rest of the word.
Pussy. It was funnier when just like P-U-H.
There's no.
Yeah. You ain't driving no 8 hours for no pull.
That pussy better be coming for me if I'm gonna drive 8 hours.
That was good. That was a good one. Oh no.
But I wrote up here in the corner because you reminded me of something. So everyone always make jokes. It's like, oh, as soon as you become a dad, like you do this or like this happens. I looked it up. Apparently, there is a hormonal change in men when they become dads.
Makes sense.
It does, but it also doesn't.
Why not?
How does the male body know?
you are presented with a child.
Yeah, but does the brain just, like, recognize that, hey, this came from your nutsack, so...
Probably.
That's insane. To think that, like, the brain can just pick up, like, oh, it just knows.
It said, that's yours.
Yeah.
Well, not everyone has that, though, I feel like.
Your testosterone goes down when you do that. It turns you less into, I need to fuck and reproduce, into, I need to protect what happened after I fucked.
Mm-hmm.
And
that sounds very natural to me.
I know, but to me, like, the process of it, it's hard to... With everything I've said on this podcast, like, this is the thing that, like, confuses me.
It's weird.
But it's crazy. It's like, it's not that, like, your body is like, oh, you nutted, so, like, you're dead now, right? Because that's clearly not how it works. It's like the guy, like, being in the presence of a pregnant woman. Probably. There's something about it that I just need, like...
Some ain't adding up.
Yes, I need someone to explain this to me. Like, someone in this field to explain how this works. Like, what is the male body picking up on to trigger this hormonal change?
Pheromones.
Could
Have you
be.
ever smelled a brand new baby? That's a good smell.
What? No.
New baby smell?
What the fuck are you talking... This sounds... What do you... No, explain this, Hayley. This sounds insane.
You've never held a newborn baby? I don't mean literally fresh out the vag. I mean, like...
I mean, I've held babies before.
Yeah, but how old?
Like, days.
Okay. You never, like... Sniff?
No.
They smell so good.
I'm very afraid to test that.
Let's go get one. Let's try it out right now. No, that's a thing. Like, new baby smell is a thing. Ooh, I'd buy that car air freshener.
I take it that you're coming at this from the stance of this is a pheromonal thing. Were you trying to say that this triggers something?
I feel like it could, yeah.
I mean, the argument could be made. I mean, that baby is half of you, so your body could be picking up on, like, your DNA.
Ooh, any new baby.
No, I'm talking about, like in the sense of triggering that.
For a man, yeah, it might be a little different.
Yeah.
Ask any woman who's ever held a baby about new baby smell, and they'll tell you. I swear to God. Who can I... I'm gonna call my mom.
Right now?
Yeah.
So, Hayley and I just paused for a long time trying to get in contact with...
Any woman.
Yeah, who could verify Hayley's statements. We got a couple of... Hayley messaged a couple of people. I messaged someone. I tried calling them. They did not pick up. They're going to regret it in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Fake ass bitches. I get it's midnight, but still.
Yeah, it's currently it's literally 12:02 a.m.
We've never recorded this late before.
Your one friend said that it smells good as fuck.
Yes.
But again, this is the first I'm hearing of this. So
go home, ask your mom.
To wrap this topic up in a nice little bow.
Yes.
Until I looked this up, about like the hormonal change in dads.
Yes.
I honestly felt kind of sad that, like, I felt like that connection a mom has with a child. There's always like this.
Jealous.
Yeah, I was jealous of it because it always seemed like
that relationship would be stronger, that bond would be stronger.
Yeah, like there's that innate bond, but like on a chemical level, but like when it comes to the dad, like it's really just serving as like a carrier for the DNA, and then to deposit that, and then just make sure they don't die. I don't know, like part of me was jealous of like that hormonal change that women go through, because I felt like that just made it that like I won't have that kind of connection with my kids. But reading that, it made me feel really happy, actually, to know that when I do become a dad one day, that my body's going to be like, all right, let's go into dad mode.
I feel like as much as it can be like a nature thing, I feel like it's a choice also.
What, turning into a dad?
Well, yeah, but like having that kind of connection, like you can make it.
Yeah, of course.
Because I feel like there's a lot of moms who, just...
A lot of parents
Well,
out there.
there's people that can spit out babies and, like, think nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, varies from person to person. If you wanted that relationship, then you'd have it.
There's also, adoptive families, like step parents.
They got it. They want it.
Yeah.
I see it. I like it. I want it. I got it.
To wrap this topic up, I'm happy that one day I'll go through that hormonal change and switch myself into dad mode.
You're gonna be a sobbing mess when you have a child.
Bro,
I'm calling it right now.
I'll be honest with you, I can't picture myself not, like, laugh crying holding my firstborn child.
Mm-hmm.
I can't picture any other scenario. I'm going to be holding them.
It's gonna be scary.
Yeah. I'll be terrified. But I'll be laughing. I'll be laughing as tears stream down my face.
What if I drop it?
I'll be so happy holding my firstborn child. And of course any other child I have after that.
But specifically
the firstborn.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this 20, 25 years in the future, know that I was the happiest. No.
I haven't felt joy since that day. You've consistently disappointed me since then.
God, there's going to be a point in the future where my kid walks up and is like, hey, I listened to episode 6 of the podcast, Dad. Dick.
I'm calling Aunt Hayley.
Which one? I've thought about that. They gotta call you something else. Aunt Hayley.
Oh, that's a college thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cousin Hayley.
God, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But there's my cute little bow on the dad hormone thing. That being said, I got nothing. I'm
ready to turn my AC back on.
Yeah, I'm ready to go fucking faceplant in my bed.
Yeah, same here.
One of our long... No, we've recorded longer than this before, which is surprising. Because it feels like
there's a lot of dead space in this one.
Yeah.
It's fine.
There's always dead space.
Yeah. I did it, you made the noise.
You're so fucking in sync, Hayley.
What am I thinking of right now?
Pie.
I baked you a pie. Oh, boy.
I was just thinking about ASTF movie. Don't fuck with me.
Are you serious? Wait.
Yeah.
What was that? Why did you do that? Are you okay?
Hayley's cat just flopped around like a fish.
It's just trying to move her to the floor. Just trying to do it quietly because she didn't even make any noise. Oh, well.
Hayley's friend Macy just called in.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Have you ever,
Wait, turn it up. Make sure the mic picks her up.
Have you ever held a newborn baby?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Okay, well, wait.
Hold on.
Have you ever smelled it?
It's disgusting.
You're making me look so bad right now.
No, because it's disgusting. Because it smells so good.
See?
Why do they smell like that?
Well, there. We got at least one person to verify.
Finally, we got someone to call in. And she didn't even know we were...
Sorry.
No, it's fine. We're ending it right now.
Yeah.
Sure, now people are fucking texting me back.
I swear, if I drive home and Melissa texts me back, I'm gonna fucking punch my steering wheel. Macy, do you want to help us close out this episode of...
Wait. Say that again.
Macy, would you like to help us close out episode 6 of the podcast?
Oh, frick, yeah.
All right. No, it is 10 after midnight, and I'm very tired. I have absolutely nothing. Everyone, invade your neighbors' homes and smell their newborns. That's your homework for tonight.
Go to your local hospital.
Enter the maternity ward and just sniff the babies.
Wear a mask, but then sniff.
All right. Thank you everyone for listening. We're still working on the cashew juice video.
I'm so sorry.
But it will be up eventually. So, of course, stay tuned for that on our YouTube channel. Yeah.
Kazoo.
Some cashew juice.
Some kazoo juice.
Some juice.
Oh, bless you.
And with that.
And also with you.
And also with you.
Good night, everyone.